Everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Christina and today is going to be my intro to my Pan Those Eyeshadows series for 2021. Originally I was thinking about just rolling it over and just continuing the same kind of setup I had in 2020, but my friend Sally and I decided we are going to collab this year, and I figured what would be better to start off a intro for 2021 and just start completely fresh. I feel like I have this mentality towards a ton of things this year. Like, I just kind of want to start 100% fresh. So today we're basically reintroducing my Pan Those Eyeshadows series, but I again am doing this with Sally, who I will have linked down below. She's amazing, sweet, and honestly one of my favorite people that I've met on YouTube. So definitely go check out her channel, send her some love, and check out her videos for the series as well. We will be doing these videos every single month, and we will be generating new shades for every shadow that we hit pan on, which I think is a good segue for me to just get into how we're gonna do this. I'm basically setting this up the exact same way I did last year. The objective is to pan some eyeshadows. We will be using the shades until we have pan in them, and then we will roll in new ones. I will be using a random number generator and my spreadsheet of eyeshadows to do this, but every month I am also going to shuffle my eyeshadows and move them around in my spreadsheet. I will have my spreadsheet linked down below, that way you guys can also look at it to see what I have and where things are getting moved. In case you're curious, I will have all of that linked down below as well. And now let's get into this. So much like last year's, I'm going to be generating for 5 different shades. We'll be using those until we hit pan on them, and at the end of every month I'll be showing you guys eye look pictures that I used with them, as well as telling you guys about how many times I used each shade. So let's do it. Let's get into this. I have 1 to 366 different shades. I'm just going to use the random number generator on Google for this right now. Generate. So it picked 294. So the shade 294 is from my Lorac Mega 5, and it's the shade Flamingo, which sounds like it will be pink. The shade Flamingo is right up here, and like I said, it sounds like a pink. It is a pink. It's a pretty muted pink. Honestly, that looks like my skin tone. Yeah, it's pretty sheer, but hopefully that means I can pile it on and get a lot of use out of that. It'll probably be really good in the crease to like blend out certain shades. I feel like I should be able to get this guy out pretty quickly, hopefully. Second shade is gonna be 27. 27 is actually from my ColourPop Honey palette, and it's the first shade, Stinger. So far we have a pretty colorful palette, but they're both like really sheer shades. Can y'all even see that right now? So we have a pink and a yellow. Both are matte and both should be pretty easy to use in the crease. Third shade is shade number 10. So shade number 10 is from my Milani Bold Obsessions palette, and it is the shade Sweet as Honey. Here is my Bold Obsessions, Sweet as Honey. Oh, is this mid-tone brown. So far, all 3 shades have been mattes, and all of them have been like really good crease shades or blending shades. They're so sheer in comparison to other things. Like, this is a very light color palette right now, very different from anything we've done in a long time. Okay, fourth shade to work on is shade number 14, which is also from my Milani Bold Obsessions, and it's the shade Smoke Signals, which is the slate like navy black blue shade, and it's actually a shimmer. This one I think I'll have a harder time with. For a black, it's still pretty sheer, but definitely the most intense shade that we've pulled so far. And then last shade that we're going to be pulling to start out 2021, and that's the shade 299. 299 is from my Alter Ego palette, and it's the shade Plains. Plains, oh, it's another mid-tone orangey brown. It's different from the other brown that we pulled though. There, yeah, it's definitely more orangey. And that's the final shade. They're all mattes minus this black, but the black even leans pretty matte because there's not much shimmer to it. I feel like while this isn't a very exciting color palette to start out the year with, I feel like this is an entirely doable color palette because these are all shades that can be used in the crease to blend things out, can be used on their own. They're all mattes, so they're a good way to start laying down a base for an eye look. And I feel like they're good companion shades for other like more interesting looks. So while maybe not the most exciting way to start off the year, I think it's starting off the year in the most doable way, if that makes sense. because this is definitely a range of colors that are easy to mix with other ones and aren't overpowering in any way. So it won't be that all of my looks are leaning one way all the time, which I found was an issue with last year's shades sometimes. So I think this is a nice refresh. I think this is a nice way to start the year, kind of ease me back into this project. And I'm really excited to see how we do, how many shades we can ultimately accomplish. I think for the year, I think my ultimate goal, and I'm gonna keep track of this better this year. Last year was the first year that I did this project, and while I enjoyed it, I feel like I can be better about taking progress pictures and keeping up with how many shades I end up panning. I think this year my goal is to at least hit pan on 10 eyeshadows. So we're gonna keep track of it, see how I do with that, and I'll be better about taking progress pictures of each shade every month. And hopefully this will be a better and more concise project this year. And I'm just really excited. Again, thank you to Sally for doing this project with me this year, and you guys definitely need to go and check out her channel as well. If you liked this video, definitely make sure to hit the thumbs up button down below. Also, if you haven't yet and these kind of videos interest you, definitely hit that subscribe button. And guys, remember, there is always magic to be found, and I hope that means I see all of you guys in my next video. Bye!
Alright, ooh baby, just hold tight. We're up at the moonlight, believe in the magic. On side, we'll make it feel just right. Just look at that bright light, believe in the magic, and we can save you from